Yo, how to build wealth with just $500. What I'm about to show you is not theory. It's exactly what I used to change my situation. After graduating from college in 2007, I moved to a new city, Charlotte, North Carolina in 2008. Here I am, a young 24-year-old who's looking to take over the world, right? And accomplish my goals and all of that. However, I did not have a well-written plan. All I knew, my goal was to become a full-time real estate investor. However, in 2010, I discovered this niche called wholesaling houses, and I was blown away. And one of the reasons I was blown away, the speaker said you did not need any money or any credit. Now, wholesaling houses is a niche in real estate that allows you to get in, do a contract with a seller, and then sell that contract to what is called a cash buyer. A cash buyer is essentially someone who has some type of form of cash, meaning that cash can be a home equity line, that cash can be actual cash in the bank, that cash can be a hard money lender or a private money lender. Okay, and that's what you'll hear me refer to these people in this video, right? And mostly in the industry. So you find the cash buyer who has the cash to close the property, and guess what? You don't have to put up no money. All you have to do is find a deal. Okay, and once I discovered this was a game changer for me, and I knew this was going to be the way out of corporate America. So after discovering this in 2010, with consistent hard work, I did my first deal in 2011. All right, so guys, let me give you an example of how wholesaling a house would work. All right, so with wholesaling a house, you go out to find a good deal, right? So let's say you find a deal that's worth $100,000. You know houses are selling for $100,000. However, somebody inherited this property, it has roof leaks and needs some work, right? And the person who inherited the house is willing to part ways for it for $40,000. They live 3 hours away. They called the realtor, and the realtor said, hey, I will list it if you fix this, that, and the third. They was like, well, we don't have $25,000 to fix up the house, so we rather just sell it. So you find that person, what is referred to in the industry as a motivated seller. You will then get that property under contract for $40,000. And then you will find a cash buyer. Now, where are these cash buyers at? They're in every city right in your backyard. And so please do not worry about that. Let's just focus on the seller. Let's say you have the contract, you call the cash buyer up, and the cash buyer will then say, hey, what's the address? 123 Main Street. What do you want to sell it for? You say, I want to sell it for $50,000. He walks the property. He likes the property. He then does a contract with you for $50,000. And what happens is you assign him the contract, right? So you have a contract with the seller, and you're going to assign him the contract. So when I say he does a contract with you, meaning he's going to sign your assignment, right? And with that, okay, now you have these two pieces of paper. He's going to give you $1,000 deposit, depending on your state, whether you use title companies or attorneys. In North Carolina, we use attorneys. So then he will give me a deposit for $1,000 written to the attorney office. And then what I would do is I would take all that paperwork to the attorney. The attorney does the title search. On closing day, he wires in $50,000 plus closing costs. Well, the seller gets their $40,000. I get a $10,000 check. And then he gets the property and he does what he needs to do. Everybody's happy. Okay. Now it's simple, but it's not easy. But this stuff is life changing. I have not had a job since September of 2012. So I am not teaching theory. I did not discover this online somewhere and I'm just talking about it because it sounds good. No, this is exactly what I did not to have a job for 10 years. And for those in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, make sure you follow my IG. my Instagram, Real Estate Doru. And if you got deals in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, land, whatever, please let me get a crack at it, because I'm in the market to buy some good stuff. Okay, so with that being said, you will then rinse and repeat this process. So I did a few deals up until I got fired, and after I got fired, I just did this. But now I know what you're thinking, like, yo, how do I do this? How do I do this? I'm going to show you exactly what I did using the tool I wish I had. When I got started, all I had was pen and paper, dude. I would have to drive for dollars on Saturday for 4 hours, and then I have to do all the research on Sunday and get the mail out so that I can do what I have to do. Now it's a lot easier. However, I didn't mind doing it because I really wanted to change my situation. I was not waiting around on nobody to give me some type of promotion or to hire me at a job, because I realized that was not my fate. All right, so but what I'm about to show you, which this tool is going to make it a lot easier, and you can turn $500 into wealth. Okay, so boom. Now we are in an app called Deal Machine. Deal Machine is not only an app, but it could be used on your laptop. And everything you can do from your laptop or your computer, you can actually do from the app. Now, with this particular app, the reason why I like it, just makes everything so convenient. I can actually drive for dollars from my office. Before, well, back in my day in 2011, I actually had to physically get in the car and drive for dollars. Now you don't even have to do that. This thing is so easy. But let me just show you how it works. So right now I'm located in Charlotte, North Carolina, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually in Little Rock, Arkansas, right? So I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas, because I can go anywhere I want. Like, just clicking this, Little Rock, Arkansas, okay? And literally, I'm in Little Rock, okay? So what I'm going to do, I want to start driving, right? So I will pick an area. If you read that message, it says click an area on the map to choose where your drive will start. I want to go in the house, because this is like probably the downtown area. So let me just go on this block, right? And boom, start driving, right? So just like that, I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas on the block. And if you know anything about Little Rock, it ain't nothing to play with down there, boy. So this is the safest it's gonna get. All right, so listen, let's go drive for dollars, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go a little straight. Oh God, where we going, y'all? We going, oh my, oh, we going the back block. Let's see, is this a dead end? This garage door is kind of boarded up. Let me see what house that probably will belong to. This house look like it can use some work. You know, it's not the best looking house. Boom. I click on this button to my left, right? Now, I can add the lead, or I can you know, keep going. So what I'm gonna do for the sake of this video, right? I think this is kind of like beat up, and they had it for a while. Looks like a living trust owns it. I've wholesaled many houses from trusts. I've wholesaled many houses from LLCs. But let me add. I click on add lead. Boom. You know what I mean? Let's say I add that lead. I can start mail right from here. It would normally take me a whole day to do this, and I can hit start mail. Boom, right? And now mail start. Or I can actually go more in detail, right? All right, so guys, as long as you have a Deal Machine Pro account, you can ask them to analyze this property. And what the system would do, it would calculate all the numbers, guys. Literally calculate all the numbers for you and tell you what to offer, how much the house is worth. And listen, I can even press this. Help me write a SMS message to the seller. How do I get in touch with the seller? All my questions will be answered right here from the touch of this app. And whatever you can do from here, you can do on your app, on your phone, whatever you can do for your laptop. We added that one, right? But let's get back to driving for dollars. Let's go down the block. Let's see what else is here. You know, we see a lot of wild stuff. It's unkept, so it's like, what's going on here? Driving around. Looks like somebody's building the house. And just like by clicking it, I can get like the address and everything I need, right? So like that simple. Oh, they're doing an extension, it looks like. Wow. Okay, this is on the outskirts of downtown. This is actually, this might be a decent area. You can press like the buttons, right? If you look in the top right hand corner, it has like the key button. You can press the buttons, and with the buttons, you can actually drive for dollars. And look, I don't even have to stop for the stop sign, guys. I can eat this stop sign, but I'm seeing something. Brown roof. Let's look at this one. Gate is old, brown roof. Let me get some more details on this, right? I click on this, it gives me all on the information. But let me get some more information on it, right? They've been there since 2015. They paid about $155 for it. They got 63% equity. So what I'm gonna do, right? Even though it's an owner, I'm gonna go after it because that house to me looked like it can use some work. So you never know what somebody's going through. So therefore, I'm gonna just shoot my shot to see what they're looking for. They're open to selling for a quick cash sale. Now, granted, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm doing all this virtually. This is how easy it is to do this these days, right? All right, so I'm getting back into my little virtual car. What do we have here, guys? This is our perfect house, right? Porch filled with stuff. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe they had to dig up a line or something. Maybe the sewer line or a plumbing line. I don't know. Or, oh, they cut down some limbs. Some garbage. Not to clean this house, but let me see if I can get some information for this house, right? Let me see if I can get some information. They bought this in 2016. It sold for like $133. It's an owner-occupant house. I'm going to actually reach out for that, right? I'm going to actually reach out to that property. So I'm going to hit add lead, and I'm going to reach out to them, man. Let me go back through the block, because I see something else on this right. I don't know if y'all seen this. Ooh. Guys, we're looking for beat up, ugly houses, houses tore up from the floor up, mailbox full, houses not well kept, etc. That's who we want to talk to. And I want to say this fits the script. All right. Let's see. Somebody paid $210 for that. There's no sale date on when they got it. For whatever reason, maybe they didn't update it with the county or the city, but add lead. It's an absentee owner. Somebody owns this, absentee owner. So I would, see if they're open to selling it. Some of you who've been following me for years know I like to do dirt. I know I like to wholesale dirt. And guess what, man? I'm gonna go. Let me see who owns this dirt right here. So this did sell the April last year for $20,000. Maybe the person's gonna do something with it. I would still reach out to them, especially if I can just get their phone number from this same app. And yeah, so I would reach out to them. We were going down the one way. And that's the beauty of just driving for dollars virtually. What's this right here? Oh, that's a commercial building or apartment building. You can do those too, but I mean, for a novice, I just want you guys to go after, ugly houses. So for the sake of this, guys, right, you get the gist of what I'm trying to do. So essentially, what I would like for you to do, right, is you would utilize this app, and this method is called driving for dollars. If you want to do more with this, you can go to dorudriving.com to get your 7-day free trial. dorudriving.com. You get a 7-day free trial. You can go through this just like this. You can add leads exactly how I did it, right? And essentially, let's say that you called one of those sellers after adding leads, right? You call the seller, and a house is, let's say, worth $200,000, and you can get it for $100,000, and then you could wholesale that house for $100,000 to a cash buyer for $120,000, right? Now, what you would do at that particular point, you would get a contract with the seller. And I know you're probably missing contracts. DoruContracts.com. You can get that and get your contracts, but you get a contract. And from getting that particular contract, what I need for you to do next is I need you to take that contract, and then you call up the cash buyer, sell it to them for $120,000. You can then assign that to a cash buyer. Okay, you can then assign that to a cash buyer for $120,000. On closing day, he wires in $120,000. The seller gets $100,000. You get a check for $20,000, the buyer gets a house that's worth 200,000 or 220, and everybody's happy. Okay, so with that being said, guys, it's simple, but it's not easy. And I know this video is titled $500 to build wealth. The way you get to the wealth part is you want to continuously do it. Then you put yourself in the seat of being the cash buyer, right? And once you're the cash buyer, you start holding properties. And I'm not telling you theory, I'm telling you exactly what I did. And you start flipping properties, you start holding properties, and eventually you'll have a 7-figure real estate portfolio. And that can be easy. It's picking up 1 to 2 properties a year. You don't have to go mayhem out here, guys. So with that being said, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put another video in the link that you can check out with some more driving for dollars, just to get a more better gist of this. And guys, click on the video next to me. I'm Nasa, aka the Real Estate Doru. I'm not a guru, I'm a Doru because I actually do this business. Peace.